All right, welcome in everyone. Welcome in. Today we are going to be playing some Danganronpa 2. So last time we found out that Hiyoko and Ibuki both got killed. So today we are going to continue the investigation. We started it last time. Basically, we only investigated the music venue. So today we are going to try and see if we can hit up the movie theater, the hospital again, and the motel. So there's 3 different places we want to investigate. We're going to see if we can get to all of them. So let's go ahead and hop in. We got a busy investigation schedule ahead of us. We're going to try, and I think we're going to try and hit up the movie theater first. All right. Let's get this going. Okay, so we want to go to the movie theater and see what Nagito had in mind. Obviously, there is something about the movie theater that we need to figure out. They kept saying this was an imitation murder, basically, and I'm curious. We never did watch the video. So I'm kind of curious what we're going to find on that film. I suspect it's not going to be good. Anything that Monokuma touches is not going to be good. But we're going to check it out. All right. So what exactly is it about this movie?
Hello there.
Why, hello there, Hajime. I knew you'd come here. That means you noticed it too, right? The case this time is an imitation case in which the killer used that movie as their theme. I wouldn't know. I haven't watched that movie yet.
I see.
I see. Then you really should watch this movie first.
Hey!
Hey, manager. Customers here. Oh, no. Did he just summon Monokuma on us?
Did you call me?
Of course. Yes, did you call me?
What?
Huh? Hajime's the customer? Do you have a problem with that?
What are you gonna do?
Woohoo! And you said you didn't want to watch it, but I knew you wanted to see it all along. If that's what Tsundere Hajime looks like, then you're really a tough guy. I don't know what that word means. You are so devoted to being Tsundere. You even bought the Monokuma sticker for $1.5 million.
Huh?
You paid $1.5 million for a sticker? It's nothing. Let's just move along.
Listen up!
In exchange for not watching this movie, Hajime paid $1.5 million for a Monokuma sticker. Come on, since we're talking about it anyway, why don't you show it to Nagito? Stop it. But my resistance was in vain, and Monokuma reached into my pocket and took the sticker. Of course he did. See, it's this one. I'm sorry I was born stupid. Of course.
That's...
You bought this for $1.5 million? But in the end, he's still gonna watch the movie. But who cares about that anymore? Just hurry up and give me an invitation ticket.
Here!
Okay, here you go. It already says so on the invitation ticket, but it's only effective today at this time. By the way, I can only give 1 ticket per person. You only have 1 chance to watch it for free. Oh, okay. I've already stamped today's date onto the ticket, so you won't be able to cheat. Don't worry, I only plan to watch it once.
Look forward to it, okay?
Then I'll go prepare the projection reel. Please wait a bit, okay?
Hey.
Oh, lovely. Hajime, about that invitation ticket, I strongly recommend you keep that safe. Huh? Why? No reason. Just think of it as a protective charm. Does that mean... it's entered as a truth bullet. I wonder how that's gonna be used. Interesting. I guess I should just wait until Monokuma finishes his preparations. I guess we can talk to Nagito.
Impossible.
Hajime, I can't believe you bought that thing, and you paid $1.5 million for it too. But even you said you've just settled it with money to get out of seeing that movie. You should have just settled it with money. You're right, but that means I would have had to buy that thing, you know? Just leave me alone, okay? Mistakes were made. We are regretting the sticker situation. All right, what else do we got? Is there anything else that we can see? Let's look at the poster again. It's a video game poster. Looks interesting. I'm definitely gonna buy that. Okay. Let me get some popcorn. It's a food shop. A lot of things like popcorn, sandwiches, and drinks are all arranged here. I don't think this pertains to the incident at all. All right. I notice there's nothing on the goods counter. We should note that. That reminds me. That item should be on top of the counter. The bag. We saw the bag at the murder scene. It was on Ibuki's head. That was what she used. Right. This one looks like a tote bag made of hemp cloth with a decal of Monami's face on it. Ah, did that catch your eye? It's an all-purpose tote bag useful for a variety of common tasks. It's a limited item. Only one person can have it. I wonder who bought it. If the tote bag is gone, that means...
What's this?
Whoa there. Were you interested in buying that tote bag?
Too bad.
Well, that's just too bad. It's already sold out. Who'd you sell it to?
You're so stupid.
Stupid. There's no way I'd fall for that. There's no way I'd say something that'd reveal who the killer is. So the killer bought it.
Shocking.
I remember you said there was only one because it's a limited item, right? It's not limited to one. It's more like it's limited to one person. What's the difference?
Hey,
When you buy one bag, you get another one free. It's common practice to bait customers with bonus prizes. For some reason, hearing you say that pisses me off. Okay, Monokuma's account. Okay, interesting. Now then, I should forget that I carelessly made a slip of the tongue.
now then.
Looks like the preparations are complete, so please enter the theater right away. Oh, joy.
I can't wait.
Woo-hoo-hoo. This is exciting, exciting. I think it's more exciting for him than it is for us. I guess, what's through? Oh, can we go out? We can't, we could go outside. We could run away. But I guess we need to go watch the movie. My goodness. I'm gonna regret this. I just know it. Okay. Okay. I apologize for keeping you waiting. World-famous director Monokuma presents a stunning masterpiece that reduced American audiences to tears. The Wizard of Monomi 2.5D will be screening shortly. From the title alone, I have a bad feeling about this. 2.5D? That sounds so halfway.
Well then, please relax and enjoy the film.
I'm not sure we can, my guy. But we'll try. Oh boy. Okay. What is going on
Monokuma
here?
was born in a remote village full of old people because the death rates outpaced the birth rates.
Okay. Then what? Stuffed
One
animal
day,
was born.
Monokuma was swept up by a tornado created by a helicopter gunship during a routine military exercise.
Mm-hmm.
And was whisked away to Monomi's country.
Mm-hmm.
Monokuma wanted to return to his homeland so he could go back to pestering the old people for change. So he began his journey to see the wizard Monomi, who was rumored to grant any wish one desires. Along the way, he met a very loyal group of friends.
Mm-hmm.
Monokuma met a Monomi scarecrow who was missing a brain. when he recommended that she commit suicide. The
Seriously?
Monami Scarecrow. He also met a Monami lion who was missing her courage, so he pumped her full of arrows.
Okay. Interesting.
He also met a Monami Tin Man who was missing a heart, so Monokuma sliced her into lumps of iron.
Wow. Okay.
After a lot of other stuff happened, Monokuma finally reached the wizard Monami, the great and powerful.
Of course, of course.
Eventually, one thing led to another, and he started beating the crap out of Monami.
What in the world? My goodness.
And in the end, he somehow usurped the kingdom from her.
Of course he did. And then he went back to the old people, right?
With this, Monokuma enslaved the old people, took their pensions, and lived the rest of his days in luxury.
My goodness. What a story.
And he lived happily ever after. The end.
And literally nobody else did. What a horrendous story. Yeah, that's about the way I feel. ... Man, movies are the best. The drama was so moving that I needed 2 boxes of tissues, 1 for each head.
So,
Now then, let's meet again at the class trial.
bye.
Ugh. I'm too disgusted to even let out a sigh right now. That's all I can say to describe this situation. Yeah, that was definitely disconcerting. How was it? Actually, I don't even have to ask. I totally expected your reaction. That was honestly the worst movie I've ever seen. Is it even okay to call that a movie?
Well,
But thanks to that movie, now you know, right? Yeah. Just like you said, the characters who were killed in the movie match the victims in this case. Ibuki's death by hanging matched the Scarecrow's death in the movie. Not just that, but Hiyoko's suspended body matches the lion's death too.
but
It would have been a complete imitation if the killer killed 3 people, but it seems that wasn't possible. Perhaps the killer is upset about that right now, or... if the killer's main goal was just an imitation murder, they should be upset about it, but I'm not sure if that's even true. Maybe. Either way, we've got the Wizard of Monami as a truth bullet now. Alright, does he have any... Nagato have anything else to say?
hey,
After watching the movie, you get it now that the case this time is an imitation murder. Just like he said, the characters who were killed in the movie match the victims in this case. Okay, yeah, so it's just the same thing again.
but
Alright, I think that... Yeah, they're not sure if that's even true. Alright, so I think that might be all that we investigate here. So I think next... we want to head... Where do we want to head? First, I want to check on my pet. We got to keep the hope meter up. Okay. I think next, I want to go check out the motel where Hiyoko was staying. We have her room key, and there might be some interesting information that we find in her room. So we're going to take a peek and see what we can find there. Let's see. I just remembered I never went inside any of the rooms of the motel. Plus, I don't even know where Hiyoko's room is. It might be faster to just ask someone. Well, obviously, Fuyuhiko's not going to know. Let's ask Gundam.
So you have appeared.
You're here, right? Come on out. Huh? Are you talking to me? I can see you. Did you really think you could hide your presence like that? I wasn't trying to hide in the first place? Hey, which room was Hiyoko staying in?
Listen well.
Open the door to the center room. However, are you prepared? Make sure you pray to whatever god you hold dear, and you might want to bring an extra pair of underwear. My goodness. I wonder, how does this guy talk to his parents and teachers, right? All right, let's talk to Fuyuhiko.
Damn right.
Hey, Hajime, could you explain it to me again? What happened when you first discovered Ibuki's body? It was the same as when I found it with you guys. Ibuki's body was hanging from the baton lighting. However, there was no body discovery announcement made. That's why I went to get you guys. I met up with Chiaki at this motel, and when we were about to go back to the music venue,
I get it.
you met up with Mikan and me. And when we went back to the music venue, the entrance door wouldn't open for some
I
reason.
see.
So we had no choice but to break down the door and discovered Hiyoko's body was suddenly there too. Yeah, that's what happened.
Hey,
This is the most important part. When you arrived at the motel, who else saw you besides Chiaki? As I recall, Monami, okay. Didn't you hear me? A body was found. Body? Yeah. Could it be do you intend to spread lies like Nagito in order to confuse us all? Besides Chiaki, I also saw Gundam and Monami.
I see.
I see. So Kazuichi and Sonya didn't appear, huh? Do you think those two are suspicious?
Like,
Well, Hiyoko was killed between the time you saw Ibuki's body and when we broke down the door, right? So obviously, those two are the most suspicious since they weren't with us. That might be it, but while we're at it, let me tell you my alibi too. When the morning Monokuma announcement woke me up, I went straight to the hospital. I saw Mikan panicking in front of the hospital. I asked her what's going on, and she said Ibuki disappeared. So you guys split up and looked for Ibuki, huh?
well, yeah.
While we were circling the island, we came to the motel and saw you guys there. Did you see anyone else while you circled the island?
Well,
No. We went to the movie theater and the street full of machines to look for Ibuki, but we didn't see anyone. Are you implying I don't have an alibi because I didn't run into anyone? It's unreasonable for you to doubt me. The time that Mikan and I were on our own looking for Ibuki wasn't very long. In that short time, there's no way I could have killed Hiyoko and wrapped her around the pillar with duct tape. I mean, that's true. I feel like there wasn't enough time to do that after I left the music venue. But the fact is, Hiyoko was killed, and we did discover her body.
huh?
What? Do you still doubt me?
Jeez.
Well, I'm used to it. It's true I've done things I deserve to be doubted for. So don't worry. Even if you doubt me, I don't plan on dismembering you and encasing you in concrete. Thanks, I think. I'd want to know in advance what I'd have to do to end up like that. All right, so we've got Fuyuhiko's account. All right. Man, we're going to have so much information. All right, so we need to go in the center door. Okay, Hiyoko's room. Let's see what we've got there. We're trying to unlock it. Looks like it's locked, but the key was inside her kimono. Maybe if I use this, what are we going to find? It opened. Just as I thought, this key was Hiyoko's room key. All right, I should go inside. I'm very curious to see what we're going to find. It's very tidy. So Hiyoko was staying here. She only stayed here a few nights, so it doesn't really feel like her room, but I feel a little conflicted. Oh, Sonya's here? Huh? Did the door open? Yeah, Hiyoko put the key in her kimono, so I used that to open it. I see. How was she in here without the key? What, did something happen? No, it is just... I am starting to believe it might be my fault. Her fault? What does she mean? What are you talking about, Sonya? The moment Hiyoko came to this motel, she completely shut herself in this room. She was afraid of the despair disease So she was cautious of, afraid of the despair disease, so she was cautious of you guys too, right?
However,
Her fear of the disease was not the only reason she locked herself in her room. She had another reason. Besides that disease, what other reason would make her lock herself in her room?
perhaps,
Her kimono. Her kimono? Yesterday, I went to go talk to her. Since she had been in her room for some time, I told her it might be good for her to go outside for a bit. She kept the door to her room locked, but by coincidence, it was not locked at that time. And then I saw it. Hiyoko was crying and struggling with her kimono sash. She did not want to smell bad, so she took a shower, but then she could not tie her sash anymore. Mahiru is no longer with us, so I believe she was having trouble with it. She didn't leave her room because she couldn't tie her kimono, huh?
you are right.
The others might have thought it was just a silly sash, but it must have been a serious issue for her. Hiyoko told me she learned how to tie her sash from Mahiru. That Mahiru kindly taught her the basics. That's why she wanted to be able to tie her sash on her own.
Perhaps.
She probably could not forgive herself for not being able to do it, especially since Mahiru taught her. I could not really understand her feelings, which is why I said what I did. Uh-oh, what'd she say? What did you say? She's embarrassed?
Hyoko, by chance, are you having trouble wearing your kimono?
Stupid! What are you saying? Of course I can do it!
Okay.
Because Mahiru taught me. That's why I can do it on my own.
But then she couldn't.
If that is the case, how about you do it someplace where there is a mirror? Do you remember the full-length mirror in the storage room at the music venue?
Oh.
If you do it while standing in front of a large mirror, I am confident you will be successful.
Uh-oh.
Also, shutting yourself in your room like this may be bad for your health.
Well then.
And
that was when she kicked me out.
it cannot be.
Could it be Hiyoko remembered that? Are you saying she went to the music venue to wear her kimono? I can see that happening. Hiyoko locked her room and made sure she put the room key inside her kimono. I can't imagine that she was abducted by someone. If so, that's weird. Hey, did you tell anyone about this before the incident, or was someone listening in on your conversation? I never told this to anyone, and I do not believe anyone was listening in on our conversation. Hey, Timothy, welcome in. Nobody knew? If that's the case, how did the killer know Hiyoko was going to the music venue? Makes you wonder. Something's wrong. Maybe we can find something in here where someone was spying on her. Like maybe that vent? This air vent? Maybe? Let's see. Can we look? We can look at the bed. I think that's about all we can look at. So let's take a peek. The bed isn't messed up. Hey, welcome in. It doesn't look like she was abducted in her sleep. There's not much to investigate. Like, I thought maybe someone could be listening. There's a Monokuma toy there.
No.
I was like, what's on the toilet there? Alright, yeah, I thought maybe someone could be listening in on that vent, but I can't investigate it. What about the sink? What's at the sink? There's a mirror, but it's so small and rusty. There's no way anyone can use this. Also, it looks like a... Oh, I see. It's literally... I thought the window was the mirror. No, it's just the little tiny circle there. I don't see anything else that looks suspicious. There's no sign that someone made a mess of her room, and I don't think she was forcibly abducted. I feel like I couldn't really find any important clue. Oh, well. Well, that's a bit disappointing. So there's really no clue here? None at all, huh? Let me see if Sonia has anything else to say. I was the one who told Hiyoko. I told her there is a large mirror in the music venue that she could try to use. Hiyoko said she learned how to tie her sash from Mahiru.
However,
She could not get it right no matter how many times she tried, but Mahiru still kindly taught her the basics. She probably could not forgive herself, but I could not even understand how she was feeling. Hiyoko went to the music venue so she could try to wear her kimono. I can totally see that happening. Okay, so, that's crazy. How did the killer know Hiyoko was going to the music venue? Only Sonya would have known. Is that really suspicious, though? I guess we're done here, though. That is very bizarre. I'm not sure what to make of that. What if we talk to Gundam again? Okay, he doesn't have anything else to say. I assume that Fuyuhiko isn't going to have anything new to say either. Okay. Kazuichi and Sonya. So, yeah, we have some suspicious people. I'm not sure the timing on things. Alright, so I think the motel, we got Sonya's statement, and we got Fuyuhiko's statement, but beyond that, I'm not sure. I guess we're gonna head over to the hospital now and see if we can find some clues there. Maybe we'll have a bit more luck than we will, than we had at the motel. Let's see what we've got. All right, so we have, let's talk to Kazuichi. Hey, you prepared that surveillance camera unit, right?
Hey!
Yeah, so I didn't make any weird modifications or anything. It's not like I'm suspicious or anything. That's already mighty suspicious. Like, why would you immediately, that's like guilty chicken squawking. Did you get that, get this from that shady looking alley where all those machines were lined up?
Right!
Yeah, I just tweaked it a little. Then if there are other surveillance camera units, would it be possible to transmit a signal to the hospital from those cameras too?
Man.
No, that's impossible. Originally, surveillance cameras and surveillance monitors are only used as part of the same unit. The video that was filmed with the hospital camera can only be viewed in the hospital monitor. Okay. The video that was filmed with the music venue camera can only be seen on the music venue monitor.
Hey.
But if I left it like that, we wouldn't have been able to communicate, so I decided to swap the cameras. So that's how you guys were able to view the hospital footage from the music venue, and vice versa. However, each surveillance camera unit manages its broadcast based on a specific number. So even if you bring the same model camera or monitor, you won't be able to interfere with the signal. Meaning, even if another surveillance camera exists, it'd be impossible to broadcast with it. I feel like that's going to be something that is going to be useful information, right? However, I didn't just swap the cameras. I modified them and increased the wireless range. If I hadn't done that, we wouldn't have been able to use it. You're right, you did work on that. Alright, what does Chiaki have to say?
Well,
I feel like I haven't been here in a while, even though it's really only been a few days. Alright, so not much. I guess, let's look at this, see if there's anything about this. There's a surveillance camera unit on top of the reception desk. As long as the music venue surveillance camera unit is destroyed, it's impossible to broadcast with this.
Hajime.
Hey, Hajime, there's something I wanted to ask you. You first discovered Ibuki's body at the music venue, right? But why did you go to the music venue? You had a reason for that, right? Did you see something with this camera?
That's right!
Oh, I also wanted to ask you that. It'd be different if the surveillance camera unit could record, but it's only good for household functions.
Hey.
Tell me, Hajime. Yeah, that's exactly it. I saw a strange video in that surveillance camera unit. It showed the music venue stage. There was a black curtain hanging like there is now. But the whole display was pretty dark because they were just using candlelight. There was a rope hanging from the ceiling, and beneath that, there was a stepladder on the floor. And right away, a person wearing a hospital gown and a hemp bag on their head appeared. I didn't know who it was because their face was covered, but now I know that must have been Ibuki. She walked straight to the stepladder and without any hesitation, she climbed that stepladder of her own free will. And then she grabbed the rope and that's when we ran. Like, didn't it? I think it blacked out at that moment, right? That's all I saw. The candlelight being used must have been snuffed out or something because the screen went dark all of a sudden and it wasn't displaying anything anymore.
Man.
Well, if the candlelight goes out, obviously nothing will show up. Modern surveillance cameras have infrared function, so things can still show up even in the dark. But the one I got from the machine alley was a really old model. Hold on.
Well?
At the time, you said you didn't know the person wearing the hemp bag was Ibuki, right? Yeah? You didn't know it was her, but you saw she was trying to hang herself. So you rushed over to the music venue to try to stop her. But I didn't make it in time.
Hey.
Still, if she climbed the stepladder on her own, does that mean she committed suicide? Wouldn't that mean she's her own killer? Ibuki committed suicide? I don't think so. What do you think, Chiaki? There's no doubt Ibuki climbed the stepladder on her own, right? Yep, there's no doubt. If so... I don't think she killed herself. I think it was suggested to her. Chiaki's thinking hard. Hey, don't think for so long. If you don't know, just be honest about it. Well, of course she doesn't. There's no way we'd be able to figure this out so easily. She's mad about that. Oh yeah, I need to investigate the conference room on the second floor. I'm heading over there. What the heck? She ran away all of a sudden. She said the conference room, but why would she mention the conference room all of a sudden? Right? That's what I'm wondering. Also, I might just be overthinking, but did she seem a little upset? Yes. Yes, she did. I don't know why she was upset, but the surveillance monitor video? Okay. Well, let's go see what's in the conference room then. I'm very curious why she was all of a sudden... Oh, there's Akane. Let's talk to Akane.
Now then.
Phew, I'm finally getting back to my normal self.
All right!
Hajime, help me out with my recovery. No, Akane, we're not gonna help you. She was bearable when she was quiet. It'd be so much better if she was still feeling the after effects. I agree. She'd beat me up if I said that out loud. I think you're probably right there, too. Anyway, why are you here?
Hey!
Well, I've never been sick or hurt before, so I had no idea, but... Hospital gowns are pretty comfy. I was thinking I might as well keep wearing one. Don't tell me you plan to wear hospital gowns from now on. Maybe someone persuaded Ibuki. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, that somebody persuaded Ibuki, because she had the gullible disease at the time. Now that I don't know who, but that's exactly what I think. That's the idea, but it looks like they're out of stock. It looked like there was one gown for each patient's room, so I thought there'd be more in the empty rooms. There weren't any gowns?
Yo!
Yep, that's right. Ibuki died wearing one, so the only one left is the one Nagito was wearing. If they have no choice, then I should just use Nagito's. It's a unisex size, so I'll probably be able to fit it. Wait, hold on. What happened to the gown you were wearing? Huh? Are you saying I should wear the one I already wore? That's gross. But you want to wear the one that Nagito is wearing? How is that less gross? Exactly, Hajime. Wearing clothes someone else was wearing is even grosser.
Like...
No time to dilly-dally. I totally left Mikon back at the music venue. Crap, I gotta get back soon. Well, it's okay since I already investigated the music venue, but leaving her on guard duty was a bad idea. I'm curious, is there anything, this was Ibuki's room, I think. Oh, okay, this was an open room? Alright, maybe that wasn't Ibuki's room. I guess they're all open rooms now. Nobody, has their own room here anymore. Alright. So what is so special about this conference room? We have been here before, but there was nothing particularly interesting. Just wondering, what's your favorite character from Danganronpa? From the first one or from this game? Like from the first one, it was I forgot her name already. The one of the investigator, Kyoko, something like that. That was my favorite from the first game. What's this? It's pitch black. I can't see anything. Where's the switch?
Hey.
Don't turn it on. Huh? Chiaki, are you there?
'Cause
If you turn on the light, it's gonna be fully exposed. It'd be embarrassing. What's fully exposed?
hey.
Hey, Hajime. If you poke out your eyes, you can turn on the light. I don't want to poke out my eyes. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna poke them out? I'm not gonna poke out my eyes.
Aww.
Bummer. Troll fail. No sooner did she finish saying that, I heard the dry sound of curtains being drawn. So, yeah, Kyo, I forgot her name from the first game, was my favorite from the first game, and then Chiaki is my favorite from this game. There was a flash of intense light that stung my eyes a little. I squinted my eyes until they started adjusting to the light. And I saw Chiaki had finished opening the curtain that was uncovering the window. Yeah, and there's like nothing in here, right?
Hey.
Were you surprised? Surprised? I don't get it.
Well,
I got it. Got what?
see?
The curtains in this conference room are designed to completely block out light. Oh, she's saying like at the music venue. They're light blocking curtains. There's a projector in here, so they were probably careful about light shining through. Huh. I wonder. Was that I don't know.
See?
It doesn't really make sense though. I was wondering if maybe a projector could have been somehow used in the murder, but I don't know, because when we went to the music venue to check, we didn't see Hiyoko there. So I don't know. See, a black curtain that blocks light, and it's also long enough to reach the floor. It's perfect. A black light blocking curtain. That's why it was so dark. So is something wrong with it? I'm still in the middle of investigating, so it's a secret. Yep, she's upset. But still, what was all that about? That bit about being embarrassing if I look and troll fail?
Nope.
I just wanted to mess with you. Yep, she's definitely upset. Why is she acting so childish? I guess I'm done investigating the hospital. I should move on to a different place. I think that's all the places. I expect Monokuma will be saying there's an announcement. Called it.
Hello! How's everybody doing? It's me, Monokuma! Yay! Awesome!
Well, I don't know about all that, but sure.
The class trial's gonna start, you know.
Of course it is.
So, make sure you guys come to Monokuma Rock ASAP!
Oh boy.
I'll see you soon!
Man. It's already time. So this again. I need to go to that place again. But now's not the time to be a coward. The reason Ibuki and Hiyoko became victims, in order to find the truth, the only thing I can do is go. Oh boy. Where was it? It was on the first island, I think, right? Or no, or was it past the first? I think I'm trying to remember. It may have been just past the first island. I don't think it was on the first island, but I may be mistaken. Let me look over here and see. Yes. Yeah, okay. Before we get involved in that, let's check on our pet. We're doing good. Okay, Monokuma Rock. Time for this again. Oh boy. Everyone who heard the announcement had gathered in front of Monokuma Rock. And soon enough...
Welcome!
Is everybody here? Do you guys want to go to the class trial? Do we have an option?
Wait!
Hey, jerk, hold it right there.
Monomi's such a dumb child.
What? Don't get in my way. You're just a dumb little sister who's short a few brain cells.
Hey!
My brain works just fine.
Hey!
Monokuma, what did you do with Nekomaru? I see. So you've come to avenge him.
That's...
Avenge? That sounds like he died. Sounds like you say. Oops.
Anyway...
Since Nekomaru is unfortunately unavailable today, let's just say he's absent.
Bye-bye.
And now then, I gotta go first.
I won't let you.
Hold on, I won't let you escape.
Hey!
Did you hear what he just said?
Huh?
Don't worry about it. There's no way Nekomaru is dead. He's just trying to piss us off.
Damn it!
Of course he's not dead. There's no way. Not in a million years.
Well...
More importantly, it's best we worry about ourselves for now. If something happens here, every one of us except Nekomaru will die. Why are you so excited about that?
How about it?
Who knows? Maybe I'm just looking forward to see poetic justice prevail.
What do you yearn for?
What are you saying, fiend? You'll find out soon enough.
See?
Then let us go.
I'm gonna do it!
Alright, let's hurry up and get this over with. Yeah, you're right. It's that time. My goodness. In we go. I don't know why we have to go up just to descend into it. We stepped onto the escalator and ascended toward the gaping maw of Monokuma Rock. And that's when I suddenly noticed it. I noticed our lined up silhouettes keep getting smaller and smaller. But I can't turn back now. If I turn back, I won't be able to press forward. And when everyone was inside Monokuma Rock, he ate us up, swallowed us into his belly. No. I mean, basically. I feel like that's not unintentional. The elevator began its descent as usual. Yeah, we're down to like, what, 9? But nobody said a word. As we stood there trying to figure out what to say to each other, the elevator descended deeper and deeper. Thank goodness. And when it descended as far as it could go, it finally stopped. I can't imagine any of these people having committed murder. The elevator doors opened slowly, almost tantalizingly so. I feel like this is going to be like the hardest class trial ever. Light poured through from the other side, eroding the boundaries of the darkness. And I walked into that place. Oh man. My, it feels pretty toothless with all these empty seats. Well, 2 people got killed at the same time and Nekomaru's not here either.
Hey! Is Nekomaru really not participating? If he's alive, you should invite him.
No.
Why bother?
That's...
What?
Well now.
Now then, let's begin.
Yahoo!
It's the beginning of the long-awaited class trial. Please enjoy it to your heart's content. I don't think enjoy is the right word. And so the curtain to the third class trial was about to open. It's going to be the worst class trial. That's what I'm feeling. Like, I seriously cannot imagine any of these. I feel like the first two, I wasn't necessarily upset about the outcome. I feel like I'm going to be upset by whoever's the guilty one here. Man, Ibuki Miyota, the ultimate musician. She was really loud, but she was the mood maker of our group. When I was with her, all my pain and suffering just seemed to melt away. Hiyoko Saionji, the ultimate traditional dancer. Just from looking at her adorable face, you'd never know she was actually selfish and foul-mouthed. But she was trying to change herself, and she was desperately trying to come to terms with Mahiru's death. The person who killed those two is among us. See, now I would have expected Hiyoko to kill someone. I'm speechless. Who could it have been? I definitely can't believe it. But whether I believe it or not is irrelevant. Unless I figure out the truth, I won't be able to escape from this hell. That's why I must find out, no matter the cost. For our sake, for our friend's sake, for Ibuki and Hiyoko's sake. And so the curtain to the third class trial was about to open. This life-threatening trial, billowing with hope and despair, has begun. Oh boy. Alright, I don't think we even have any skills. Let's just look at our evidence, I think, to start with. So, there are two victims this time, Ibuki Miyota and Hiyoko Saionji. Ibuki Miyota's cause of death was crushed windpipe as a result of choking. There are no other external injuries. I feel like that sentence is going to be important. Hiyoko's Saionji's cause of death was blood loss due to her throat being slit by a sharp-edged tool. It appears her death was instant. However, there's also no blood here, so I kind of feel like her death is somewhere else, maybe? There are bloodstains on the soles of Ibuki's feet, which to me says that Hiyoko was killed first and Ibuki walked through it, but I don't know how that worked exactly. Rope used for hanging. The rope used for hanging. According to Mikan, there is no doubt that the cause of Ibuki's death was her hanging herself with this rope. The key to the motel room that Hiyoko was staying in. It was buried deep inside her kimono, so it was pretty difficult to retrieve. A thick scrap of paper that was stuck to the baton lighting, and that came from the posters in the back, I think. A black curtain at the very back of the music venue stage. It's not wide enough to reach the sides of the stage. It looks like it was brought from the supermarket and not something that was originally here. A stepladder was found on the music venue stage, tipped on its side. On its left side, a slight bloodstain can be seen. I think the left side was facing away from Hiyoko, so it's kind of weird. A candle was found in front of the music venue stage. It looks like the dim light seen in the surveillance video footage was actually from this candle. Surveillance camera unit put inside the music venue for communication purposes. It's been smashed and no longer works. The AC was cranked up to 86 degrees Fahrenheit. It was extremely hot inside the music venue because of that. We have the smudge on the floor. Evidence that a bloodstain was wiped off the floor of the music venue stage. Since Ibuki had no open wounds, it's believed the blood belonged to Hiyoko. Maybe. A strange glob was stuck to where both music venue doors touch each other. Why? Right up until the Monokuma announcement that morning, Mikan was with Hajime the whole time. Afterwards, she went to the hospital to check on everyone and realized that Ibuki had disappeared. When she rushed out of the hospital to search for Ibuki, she apparently met up with Fuyuhiko. Alright, the video that Hajime saw at the hospital shows a person dressed in a hospital gown wearing a hemp bag on their head as they willingly climbed a stepladder toward a noose. After Fuyuhiko met Mikan in front of the hospital, they split up to search for Ibuki. They checked the movie theater and Electric Avenue, but they didn't find anyone. Apparently, Fuyuhiko and Mikan were only separated for a short time. Hiyoko was distraught because her kimono was disheveled and she was unable to tie it on her own. That's when Sonia apparently told her about the full-length mirror in the music venue storage room. The invitation ticket prepared by Monokuma. One ticket was passed out per person, and the date it was passed out is printed on the ticket. A Monami tote that was sold at the movie theater. It's a limited item because only one person can buy it. Apparently, you get another bag for free when you purchase it. The movie that Monokuma directed. There was a total of 3 deaths in that movie. First, Monami Scarecrow died by hanging herself. Next, Monami Lion was pumped full of arrows. Finally, Monami Tin Man died by getting chopped into metal pieces. Okay, so that's our evidence. I guess let's get this started. Oh boy.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it.
I love how Monami is always tied up for the class trial.
If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Okay.
Oh well, who cares about this boring explanation? Let's get on with it already.
Okay.
I don't mind starting the trial, but I don't really have a grasp of how the case played out. You know,
Okay.
because I was asleep the whole time.
Right?
Even if you do grasp it, you're just gonna confuse the heck out of us, aren't you?
But Nagito's not alone. I don't really get it either.
She also was
You're
probably
fine.
asleep.
Your head's empty anyway.
Wow, Kazuichi.
Empty head? Huh. What's wrong with that? Listen up. The emptier your head, the more dreams you can stuff inside it, you know?
Okay. Yeah, that's what I think too. ...
Anyway, we shouldn't proceed with the trial if those two can't participate in the arguments. Since he's the first witness, why don't we ask Hajime to explain the incident and the sequence of events?
All right, we
Then,
can do that.
Let's start with when we split into the hospital team and motel team because of the despair disease.
Right?
The hospital team consisted of Nagito, Ibuki, and Akane, who were infected, and Mikan, Fuyuhiko, and me.
Okay.
The other 5 on the motel team were myself, Gundam, Kazuichi, Chiaki, and Hiyoko.
I never noticed that the X over his face was a fork and knife before.
Spending the night at the hospital was prohibited, so Hajime and I had to sleep at our cottages.
I woke up at my cottage on the day the incident happened. Mikan came by to wake me up and told me that Nagito had recovered from his symptoms.
Yeah.
We immediately headed over to the hospital, and after we confirmed his recovery, I made Mikan rest in the on-call room, since she hadn't slept all night, while I waited in the hospital lobby.
Which is when we saw the video, right?
And then, I saw the incoming signal light on the surveillance camera blinking before our scheduled time.
Right?
When I pressed the button to turn on the monitor, what appeared on screen was
Very disturbing.
a video of someone wearing a hospital gown and a hemp bag on their head, climbing a stepladder.
Right?
Amazing! That's such a heart-pounding story. And then what did you do, Hajime?
Why do you sound so sarcastic, my guy?
I tried to stop them, of course. I rushed out of the hospital and ran to where the video was being recorded, the music venue. But it was too late. By the time I arrived, the person wearing the hemp bag on their head was already hanging from the ceiling. I thought I should tell the others right away, so I headed to the motel.
And that's
Why
where
the
we...
motel?
It was the nearest place.
Because it was close to the music venue. And unlike the hospital, there were more able-bodied people there. At least, that's what I thought. But the only person who came with me was Chiaki.
That's right.
But I remember feeling a little relieved because not long after, we met up with Mikan and Fuyuhiko.
Yep.
We were also looking for Ibuki since she disappeared from our sight.
After I rested for a bit, I started counting everyone at the hospital.
I noticed Ibuki was
And then
missing.
I noticed Ibuki was gone. So I sprinted out of the hospital. Coincidentally, I ran into Fuyuhiko, so I pled with him in various ways to see if he could help me out.
Okay.
Various ways?
You would latch on to that, Kazuichi.
Don't say it like that and confuse people.
Right?
After I heard from those two that Ibuki disappeared, I had a feeling she was the person wearing the hemp bag. So I immediately led them to the music venue.
Yep.
But the door wouldn't open. Since we had no other option, the four of us broke down the door.
Because it was held up by drumsticks.
And when that happened, we didn't just find Ibuki's body. We also found Hiyoko's.
Yep.
And not just that. Her body was taped to a pillar.
That's when we heard the body discovery announcement. Not once, but twice in a row.
Right?
And so we decided to lower the hanged body, didn't we?
When we removed the hemp bag, just as we feared, it was Ibuki.
So that's how the case played out. Thank you. I understood it very easily.
You know, I just thought of something. I wonder if that paper that we found the scrap of, maybe that was wrapped around Hiyoko and that's why we didn't see her originally? I don't know.
Well, it's clear what the problem with this case is. When Hajime left the music venue, who...
Wait, how do I know anything Hajime just said is true?
Huh?
Sorry, I'm only being impartial right now. And the story I just heard is clearly suspicious.
Okay.
Hajime, if you're the only one who saw the hanging video and the first one to discover Ibuki's body,
Yeah.
then you could be lying as much as you want right now,
But
right?
you have to have 3 people discover the body. And it can't be the murderer, I believe.
Lie? Why would I lie?
Obviously. So you could make us ignore what might be an inconvenient truth for you.
Yeah, I mean,
you
that's
doubt me?
true.
If you're not lying, I would like you to prove it.
Okay.
Come on, try to prove it to me. Prove you're not the killer.
Okay. It's just as Kazuichi said. Nagito's the kind of guy who will just confuse us and make matters worse. I shouldn't have explained it to Nagito. I'm in trouble now thanks to that. Alright. What do we have for making our arguments? Motel room, scrap of paper, surveillance camera, surveillance monitor, and the movie invitation.
Hajime's testimony is clearly suspicious.
If Hajime's testimony is a lie, then the fact that Ibuki hung herself...
That would also be a lie.
I don't think I can deny that possibility. After all, Hajime's the only witness.
Why would Hajime
Yeah, are we?
lie?
Well, obviously, because he's the killer.
Did Hajime kill both of them?
The fact that the bodies were imitating the movie means it probably is Hajime's
But
fault.
we never saw the movie. I'm not the killer. There should be a contradiction there somewhere. Okay. I need to find that and break through. So it's going to be
Hajime's
something
testimony is clearly suspicious.
with the movie. Yeah, the movie invitation ticket.
Then the fact
There
that
we go.
Ibuki hung herself...
We
That
just
would
have to
also
wait
be
till
a
we
lie.
get to that
I don't think I
statement.
can deny that possibility. After all, Hajime's the only witness.
Why would Hajime lie?
Well,
Okay.
obviously, because he's the killer.
Okay, we
Did
gotta...
Hajime kill both of them?
No, we didn't, because we didn't see the
fact that
movie.
the bodies were imitating the movie.
It's gotta be
No,
that
that's
one,
wrong.
right? We didn't see the movie.
I'm not the killer. I mean, there's no way I'd be able to imitate that movie.
Right, considering we literally just saw it.
Of course you're not. I already knew that.
Psh.
Huh?
Before the incident, Hajime had never watched that movie. His invitation ticket is proof of that.
You just like to stir the pot, my guy.
Each person only received 1 ticket, and they're marked with a stamp that shows the date and time.
Right?
Isn't that right, Monokuma?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, no mistakes there.
Which means there's no way Hajime, who never saw the movie, could commit murders that imitated it.
So I'm just gonna say, best $1.5 billion we ever spent.
Or did anyone tell him what happens in the movie? Of course no one did, right?
No.
Hold on a sec. You're the one who brought this up in the first place.
Yeah.
Nagito, what are you doing?
Right?
Well, since we're opening with your witness testimony, I thought we should solidify the foundation. It
Okay.
also provides a good warm-up.
I guess so.
What warm-up? This isn't a game, you know.
It is to him.
Don't get mad. I just think warming up is really important. Especially since this isn't a game.
But you're treating it like a game,
What a
my
waste
guy.
of time. Well, I knew it would turn out like this anyway.
Now then, since we know Hajime's testimony is reliable, let us move on to the arguments.
All right.
So this means Ibuki definitely climbed the stepladder all by herself, right?
Yeah, I'm positive.
I mean, there was no one
Then
around.
that seals it. Ibuki committed suicide.
I don't think so.
If Ibuki committed suicide, then who killed Hiyoko?
A murder coincidentally occurring in the same place as a suicide ain't possible, huh?
Like I said before, it's pretty clear what the problem with this case is. The killer murdered Hiyoko while Hajime was gone.
Which is very little time.
So all we gotta do is establish who could have possibly done that.
Then let's ask Hajime. How long would you say you were away from the music venue?
5 minutes?
I couldn't have been gone for more than 10 minutes.
So they killed Hiyoko and taped her up within 10 minutes? There's no way that's possible.
I mean, I wouldn't have thought so.
That's why the killer stalled for time by making the music venue a closed room.
Or she was already dead and they just taped her up in the 10 minutes, maybe.
What do you mean a closed room?
The killer blocked the venue door from the inside to try and keep us from entering right away.
Right?
However, that door is the only entrance to the music venue, right?
Yes.
If they blocked the door from the inside, the killer would not have been able to leave either.
That's true.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Which means, when we broke down the venue door, the killer was still inside.
Maybe.
They were?
If that's the case, the only suspicious people are those who don't have an alibi for that time.
I feel like that's wrong.
And that's you two, Sonia and Kazuichi.
Me too?
And she's all of a sudden
hell?
nervous.
Why's it gotta be us?
The others all have alibis. Chiaki, Mikan, Hajime, and I all broke down the venue door together.
I still just don't think this
Gundam
is
met
right.
up with Hajime at the motel right before that. And if Akane and Nagito were laid up in the hospital, the only person that leaves is one of you.
There's another person who doesn't have an alibi. You know, Nekomaru.
But that's not fair. We can't question him or do anything with him.
Hey, why are you talking like, huh?
What?
You're kidding, right? You're not up to something weird, are you?
I feel like it's Monokuma. He's always up to something weird.
Please stop making bad jokes.
Anyway, if the killer was hiding inside the venue, we should obviously doubt the people who don't have alibis.
What a wicked way of backing us into a wall. Is this his professional skill?
The killer was inside the music venue. Fuyuhiko obviously thinks so, but is that really it? I don't think so. Well, I think maybe technically, but not really. What do we got? Motel room, scrap of paper, glob, surveillance monitor, stepladder. We'll have to see what we got.
The killer was still inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep us from getting in.
It
Locking
seems
it-
they were trying to stall for time.
I don't know if they
How did
locked
they
it
lock
from
the
the
door?
inside. There was the
That door should
glob,
not have had a lock.
right?
The lock was on the floor in front of the door.
Sort of.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
Yeah.
You can use that as a bolt to lock the door. By doing that, the killer who was hiding inside waited till we gathered together and suddenly appeared.
Right?
So they look like they had just rushed over.
Maybe.
I have seen this in serial crime dramas.
That person's remark contradicts the truth. I should be able to prove it with my evidence. Is it gonna
The killer
be
was still inside the music venue. By
the
locking the door from the
semi-transparent glob?
inside, They tried to keep us from getting in.
Whose
It
thing?
seems they were trying to stall for time.
How did
Maybe?
they lock the door?
What
That
can
door
we
should not have had a
contradict with
lock.
it?
The lock was on the floor in front of the door.
Was it?
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
That's
You can use
agreed.
that as a bolt to lock the door.
I don't
By
think there
doing
was
that, the
anything
killer
else
who was
after
hiding
that, was
inside-
there?
Waited till we gathered together.
Hmm.
And suddenly appeared.
So they looked like they had just rushed over.
Hmm.
I have seen this in serial crime
Whose
dramas.
statement do we contradict? Is that going to be the beginning? It's got to be that first
The
one,
killer
right?
was still inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep us from
Ugh.
getting in.
Okay,
It seems
okay.
they were
That's
trying
what
to
we got to
stall
do.
for time.
Oop,
How
we've
did
got
they
to do
lock
that.
the door?
All right. We'll get back around to it.
That
I
door should
forget.
not have had a lock.
We
The
do
lock
it
was on the
this.
floor.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
You can use that as a bolt to lock the door.
Yeah.
By doing that, the killer who waited till we
All right.
gathered together.
So we'll go back to it. There's got to be that first statement.
And
I just got to
suddenly
get the
appeared.
purple off of it before I shoot
So they
the
look like they had just
transparent
rushed over.
glob.
I have seen this in serial crime dramas.
Mm-hmm. All right. One more
The
time.
killer was still inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep
I
us from
missed it
getting in.
again. All right.
they were
I got to
How
go
did they lock
faster.
the
It's
door?
three.
That door should not have.
The lock was on the
Three
floor.
hits.
Are you talking about the broken?
You can use that as a bolt to lock the
I
door.
gotta stop
By
hitting the
doing
wrong
that,
stuff.
The killer who waited till we gathered together and suddenly appeared.
So
All right.
they looked like they had
I have seen this in serial crime dramas.
Okay.
The killer
right.
was still inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside.
No.
No, that's wrong.
It was the glob. There we go.
Hold on a sec. There's also a possibility that the door was locked from the outside.
Right?
From the outside? How?
There was a semi-transparent glob stuck to the venue door. Maybe that's what they used.
Yeah.
Semi-transparent glob. Like rubber, maybe?
Maybe. It wasn't rubber at all. The semi-transparent glob was probably glue, right? Glue, or it didn't taste good. Probably glue.
That semi-transparent glob must have been glue.
Glue?
Yeah, I think so too.
Mm-hmm.
It had a firm, gel-like chewiness. And I could smell workshop chemicals the moment I put it in my mouth.
Which leads to the question, why did you put it in your mouth, Chiaki?
Based on all that, I'm certain it was glue.
I didn't know glue was edible.
I mean, it's not supposed
I
to
believe
be.
it is not something one typically eats.
It's not.
That glue was only applied to the areas where both doors touched. By pouring it in the gaps of the closed door, they must have sealed the venue door from the outside.
Right.
And thanks to that, a glob of glue was left where the door was stuck. Yep, it fits perfectly.
Oh boy.
But if you just stick them together with glue, you'd be able to break down the door easily, you know? That
Yeah.
doesn't really matter. The killer only did that to make us think the door was locked from the inside.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you say?
Right?
First of all, didn't that drumstick we found seem really obvious? Almost unnaturally so?
Mm-hmm.
It was so obvious that it makes more sense to think the killer placed it as a diversion.
Oh, and we just thought we broke a drumstick.
Are you saying the drumstick was a trap the killer set on purpose?
Oh, that's smart.
Then I totally fell for that fucking trap.
Yes, you did.
Apologize to Miss Sonia and me. However, you're not allowed to slice open your stomach this time.
In a quarrel, both sides are to blame. That's why it's better to just have no sides at all.
And this is where everyone tells Monami to shut up, right?
So, during the 10 minutes Hajime left the venue, the killer murdered Hiyoko and created a closed space?
I don't know about that.
And they also taped her up after killing her, right?
Even quick work has limits.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, what unimaginable speed for a slowpoke like me.
Why do you have to go and say something like that, Mikan?
If they couldn't have done it while Hajime was away from the venue, They must have done it earlier than that.
That's what I'm thinking. Sadly, I think I have to agree with Nagito. Earlier?
But when Hajime got to the venue, only Ibuki's body was there, right?
Maybe. I don't know about that.
And when you went back with everyone else, Hiyoko's body was there too, right?
Yeah, it was there.
But it's possible that the body was just revealed at that time, when Hiyoko was actually killed earlier.
Yeah, that's kind of what I've been thinking too.
Just revealed?
Mm-hmm.
Of course, the body wasn't revealed on its own. The killer did that too.
Yeah?
Here, I have proof.
The scrap of paper.
That scrap of paper. Is that what we found in the baton lighting at the music venue?
Indeed it was.
That's right, but just what is this scrap anyway?
I wonder. The scrap that was stuck on the baton lighting in the music venue. Now I should be able to figure out what it is. All right. I wonder. I think. Okay, so it was, let's see. It was it? Okay. Whoops. Wrapping, is that what we're going for? Oh, oops, I forgot. Okay, we gotta, okay, so it was something. It was like the paper, wallpaper. That's what it was. We just need to get rid of these. Let's see. That's gonna, like, explode. Okay. Okay, so wallpaper, right? Alright. Where's an A? There's an A. Alright, wallpaper. I need an E. Whoop, there was my E. Let's just blow these up. We don't need these. I need an E. There we go. And then an R. Ugh, there's too many things on here I don't need. Oh my goodness. Can I get rid of them all, please? Just give me an R. Alright. There's an R. Wallpaper.
Got it!
Maybe Hiyoko was murdered before that also because the kimono was in the wrong position. Yeah, that's true. Somebody may have tied it on after the fact.
Part of the wallpaper in the storage room?
Yep.
In the music venue storage room, there should have been black wallpaper that's the same color as that scrap.
Exactly.
There was also a tear along the edge of the wallpaper, wasn't there?
Yep.
If so,
you're right. If you overlay the scrap that was caught on the lighting with the tear in the wallpaper...
Exactly.
See? It fits perfectly.
Of course it does.
I see. So the scrap that was caught on the baton lighting was originally part of the wallpaper.
Mm-hmm.
And what's wrong with that? Does it have something to do with Hiyoko's body disappearing?
I kind of think it does.
A mere nobody like me isn't important enough to answer that. But if you guys were exceptional enough to identify that scrap of paper, you can figure this out easily.
Of course. The scrap of paper stuck to the baton lighting was part of that wallpaper I found in the storage room. Is it connected to the sudden appearance of Hiyoko's body? I think so. If I trace it back from there, the answer should become clear. Alright, let's give this a try. Logic dive? Oh man. Okay. So, what do we got? Oh yeah, I forgot. Alright. How do I go fast? There we go. Oh, we want to go through the middle. Okay. So, ask me a question already. Logic dive? My goodness. Right now it's just skateboarding for the fun of it. Okay. We're just not gonna ask questions anymore? Oh, question 1. Why did Hiyoko's body suddenly appear at the crime scene? It was hidden. Alright. It was hidden. That's what I think. Alright. And here we go. It's gonna be a while till we get to the next one. My goodness. Alright. Come on, we can do this. Question 2. What did the killer use to hide her the body? The wallpaper, of course. Otherwise, why would we have mentioned it literally just before? Okay. What do we got for... only got 3 minutes, man. I hope both these paths are equal, because otherwise, that's not fair. So far, it seems okay. This is tricky. All right, question 3. How did the killer hide her body? They covered the pillar, I think. They may have formed a wall, but I think they covered the pillar. There we go. Nice. We did it. All right, that was kind of what I was thinking, because if you look at the picture of Hiyoko, there was a bit of that wallpaper behind her. And plus, there was no blood there.
Hiyoko's body was hidden before we found it.
Yeah.
But it would have taken quite a long time to tape up a hidden body.
That's true.
No, the body was already taped up and the killer hid it, along with the pillar using the wallpaper.
Yep.
What? They hid the pillar?
Yes.
Yeah. By wrapping the wallpaper around the pillar, the killer was able to create a slightly larger pillar.
Which is why we didn't notice it.
So when I first discovered Ibuki's body, Hiyoko's body was already there.
Mm-hmm.
However, because it was concealed within a slightly larger pillar, I didn't realize that at the time.
Yeah.
Well, that's understandable. I mean, it makes sense that you'd notice Ibuki's body right away.
Hey, World of Gaming, welcome in. I am doing well. We're at the tail end of, well, the beginning of a murder investigation, but the tail end for today.
So they used the baton lighting on the ceiling to hang the wallpaper?
Exactly.
The baton lighting forms a perfect circle around the pillar, so using it to hang the wallpaper totally fits.
Mm-hmm.
Then, the reason the wallpaper was covered in so many stickers was to make it look like that pillar.
Exactly.
That's how they hid Hiyoko's body, and then peeled off the wallpaper as soon as I left the music venue.
Mm-hmm.
But the killer made a mistake. They accidentally ripped off a piece of the wallpaper.
Exactly, which is why Gundam is not suspicious, because his hamster discovered that.
And because of that, a scrap was
Oh,
left on
sorry.
the baton
His
lighting.
Dark Deva. I've only seen the anime, never played the games. This is so much fun. I love this.
The killer must have been in a hurry. If their plan took too long, Hajime could have walked in on them.
Mm-hmm.
But going to the trouble of hiding the body and the pillar is very bold and risky.
Yeah.
The crime itself would be much easier to pull off since they don't have much to do while Hajime's
It's
gone.
true. It's just get rid of the wallpaper.
They just have to peel off that wallpaper and stash it in the storage room. It's not that big of a deal.
Yep.
Then, when was Hiyoko actually killed?
Before Ibuki.
Good point. And on that note,
Thanks for the follow, World of Gaming.
it's about time we shed some light on those imitation murders.
Oh boy.
You mentioned imitation murder more than once. But what is that?
Are you kidding me?
Thanks
You
for
haven't
the
seen my
donation.
masterpiece? The Wizard of Monami 2.5D?
Ugh, that movie again.
Hey, don't put my likeness in your movies without my permission.
You're pretty noisy for someone who eats mothballs.
I don't eat mothballs. I just enjoy looking at them.
Okay.
I knew it! There are so many similarities. It must have been intentional.
Oh boy. However, I'm gonna cliffhanger it there. Because this is gonna go on for a while, man. But it's so good. Oh, man. All right, so we saved it. So what are we currently thinking right now? I am kind of thinking, this is my current theory. My current theory is the murderer was obviously one of the people in the room. I think Ibuki actually carried out the murder of Hiyoko and did the covering up and all that sort of stuff. Maybe not. It's hard to say. Either way, either there was a mastermind involved because Ibuki did have the gullible disease. So maybe they convinced her to say, you know, to carry out the murder and then kill herself. Or maybe the killer actually did the murder earlier, set it all up, and then just told Ibuki to kill herself to kind of frame her. I don't know. I could see it going both ways. If you wanted to see more. Yeah, well, I mean, I will be playing this again next week. Same day, same time. So, you know, definitely, this is such an addictive series. I love it so much. But that will be it for today. But yeah, I'm definitely check out more. Yeah, it's so much fun. I love it. Thank you so much for joining, for sure. Definitely. We are going to be back here tomorrow playing some fast food simulator with Night and Math. So definitely want to come check out McFluffies and see how that goes. It's going to be all kinds of crazy. So hope you guys are excited for that. And now we're going to see if we can get some raids going. So let's see. First, we're going to see if we can raid somebody on Rumble, and then we will check out who we can raid on Twitch. So let's see. Let me take a peek and see who is on right now. All right, let's see. Sorry, it always takes... I wish Rumble had a little bit better of a raid interface. It's always a little bit difficult to find somebody because you have to click so many buttons. Let's see. What kind of games do we got going on here? Do we have anything similar? I never see anything similar to the games I play. I'm like the unicorn. What about... Okay, so this isn't anything like what I was playing, but how about some Repo? Definitely need to stream these guys' games. Yeah, these games, they're so much fun. The first game was amazing. I'm expecting amazing things from this one as well. All right, now let's see. See if we can find somebody to raid on Twitch. So let's see who's on. Well, we might just do some Phasmophobia. Drink Tea With Me is playing some Phasmo. So I think we will get those going. So once again, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate y'all. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And hope to see you tomorrow at 6 p.m. Central for some fast food simulator. Until then, guys, bye.